What up, what up, what up? What's up, guys? Mikey in the building. Hope you guys had a great day today. I know I did. I caught a nice 40% return on AGFY. Today is my 120 days sober, right? Hit my 4 months right now. I can't tell you how great it feels to be clean from any substance, right? Anything holding you back, anything that was holding me back from really chasing that future Mikey, from trying to stay at 100%, 100% of the time, right? Um, for me, not going to anything that's going to help me calm down, anything that's going to help me relax, go to sleep, any drinking, smoking, recreational things like that. So it feels good. It feels great. Like I am so disciplined, so on point. I'm sticking to the script, right? And I am becoming a better me, all right? So that's the beauty of today. I'm going to deep dive into AGFY. AGFY, guys, this was a nice week open. I'll show you the book real quick on this one, too. AGFY, structure wise, I thought pre market structure was really nice. There wasn't any really big sellers on this one. And I'll kind of break it down on the candlestick chart and kind of show you this. There's a lot of control at 110, right? And this thing did not break from 110, okay? But it did do a nice week open, and more importantly, it had a window gap on the daily. So this thing consolidated for a few days and finally gapped up and then had that gap to fill. The whole time this was trading, this did a nice week open, which I really got a great sick average on this one for a nice return. Then this bidder came in. This is a spoof bidder, but it was 32,000 that popped in right there. Okay, and then we had this little bidder front runner right there, which was 90, almost 94,000 on the book. So it did a week open with a nice front runner on there, which was really nice to see. Um, Moving forward, there was liquidity that was removed up here, right? You can see this sandwich, right? There's a lot of things that happen on the book that you're not seeing on level two. I call this that sandwich. When there's a clear offer above and they have some bidders right here, some buyers, whether it's an algo or a buyer right there, trying to hold price action. When this broke through, this pulled back to a previous area of interest, and then there was no more appetite on the best bid. It did not get heavy, or there wasn't an offer that shoved it down. So you can see a quick swipe or sweep that got price action right back up to where it started or where it had some trouble right there. And percent wise, right? Percent wise, breaking down this daily had some room, right? So this daily gap, this is a failed window gap right here, but it was nice to see it try to fill it. This whole price action from literally right here all the way up to here was very soaky. If you use the book and you start to see it and watch it a lot, you're going to start seeing one, this had a spread, but it kept filling the spread over and over and over again. You're going to see how aggressive market buyers were right here on this, right? And there wasn't a big appetite of sellers yet, right? Yet. Okay. This was an area that should have broke through, which did not. You can see how there's aggressive buyers removing liquidity over here, coming sweeping right here, and then right here. But once we ran into this 110 wall, which was there pre-market early on, um, the best offer right here, there wasn't a lot of appetite. Some of this wall got removed, but then it restacked and then it just started to pull back, get heavy. There wasn't a real bid support on this one, but it had that soaky action for a while. And I really thought this was going to break out. One of the best things that I wanted to see happen this was this go ahead and try to retest pre-market highs. To me, this structure pre-market was a pullback, soaking, pulling back. There wasn't a real exit seller on this one. So it was really important that this candle right here, the 1016 candle, once this rejection came, when I look for zones, intraday zones, to me, and I was even explaining to some of the guys in the room, 103 was really important to reclaim after a stuff candle like that happened. So, um, still, it was a great trade. Week open from literally bottom tick ads right there was almost 40% return on that one. I did not catch a top. I only had 103. I was about to say 103. I did have 103 scales, so that was an exact 33.4% return on a lot of my scales. So that was a great trade. All right. It's okay. A couple things. It's important to understand that when you're trading some names, what kind of daily you're trading. I say that a lot, and then what kind of price action you're getting. Okay. This pullback too was a great one. This was a sharp pullback that got bought up really quick, held above open print. Right. You're gonna see these on my charts a lot now. This white line is open print. It's very important when using it with certain dailies and certain setups. Okay. So that was definitely a good exit point, or like an idea of like, hey, this is probably going to break down. It's probably the time to leave, or especially if there's no buyer stepping up at the bottom of that window gap. Normally, this would be support and maybe retest that upper window gap, but that did not happen. Okay, back to what I was saying before. AGFY, understanding what you're trading, right? AGFY gapped up 3, 4, 5 times and did not hold or close green on any of its gaps. So that was great to understand and know. So this open market momentum needed to continue. I really wanted to see it make new highs, but that's okay because soaking some all of sub 80s and then catching a nice return on that one was great. This was the only name I traded. I was not prepared for NVIV, which was that was a great one. That was a total miss, but what are you gonna do, right? The importance is to stay disciplined, um, lock in some solid percent returns per day for me, and then have that build, right? Build the momentum. All right. Can't tell you how important it is, and how important it is to stay away from plays that you don't know. It's so easy to hit something, and then if it goes up, you're like, yeah, I'm green, I'm winning, but that can really turn into some bad habits, right? So stick to what you know, keep learning, keep grinding. Again, the book on this one was really great. You know, this kept putting in some higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, and every time it did pull back, it did not get heavy, and there wasn't a big appetite on these best bids. So that was great. You see some selling right here, but sellers get absorbed. The main one down here, this was a big sign to me because you know, okay, another thing, right? So when you're using the book, we got the DX feed, right? Um, Keep up your level 2 because you're not going to see ARC up on here. But when I see something like this, when about 30,000 shares come over here and get absorbed, and there's not this real true big bidder right here, that shows me that there is some different exchanges holding it up, okay? There was also a couple other levels on here, if you were watching this, that there was some hidden buyers and also hidden sellers, right? There was a couple spots in this when hidden sellers were finally met that they just smashed right through, and we got it to go to a next level of liquidity and price level, which was great. Okay, so that was pretty much all I got on AGFY. We got a nice week open. We had a nice front runner down here. We had some spoof bids, and then you really had to zoom in and see this one a lot more clear. Okay, to understand that these pullbacks were met with these little algo bids. I call these algo bids. That's just what I call them now. These little ones, spoof. I see them a lot on pennies. So I don't think that it's not uncommon now. It just, it's just something to really pay attention to when you're watching the book setup. Okay. Um, but yeah, that's all I got. Beautiful higher low. This thing filled its window gap but could not sustain it. So that's also important to know. So one trade, one nice percent gain, and that's all I got. All right, much love. Peace out, Mikey.